seeing victory. We ain't taking L's, death to our enemies. You see the drip on me, you cannot get with me, you cannot stop me. Sit back and watch me straight to the top. When we drop, you better join us. Well, we hot, money in the bank, yo, we ain't playing. You should've listened when we said we staying. We ain't going nowhere, we ain't got no fear. Sit back and take notes, cause homie, we in here. Let's get ready for the rumble. All y'all welcome to the jungle. Hold up, y'all really tryna come at me? Bring it on. Enemies all around, ready for war now. Standing on this ground, and we will not give up the crown. Fight until the end, we stay until we win. Y'all better bring it on, cause this is our battle song. Into the jungle, into the jungle. Bring it on. What in the world, huh? You all of my nerves, huh? You never return, huh? When you enter in the jungle. Look in your eyes, I'm seeing trouble. You were the champ, but I'm taking that buckle. You a Goliath, but I got the sling. I'm taking your head when I enter the ring. No matter what opposition that you bring, I will be standing cause I am the king. I am the lion, this is my jungle. Like a gorilla, ready to rumble. All out till we take the crown. We ain't giving up, we ain't backing down. We the new money, about to rise up. Time to move over cause your time's up. Way too hungry, never be denied. Pain in my eyes, aiming for the skies. Better sit down, better be humble. Hope you ready, into the jungle. All around, ready for war.
It just comes down to making sure I make every single rep on the last bar. I mean, but honestly, like, handstand pushes didn't feel all that bad. I held the sets that I wanted to.
The only thing I would have said is, bringing it back is like, you fought through a few reps, just take one extra set just to be ready to attack this a little bit.
But that doesn't change the whole process of kicking down and kicking back up. I think the time that I spent upside down was worth it.
It's just like getting off tension just so you're a little bit more.
The first two snatches were the worst as far as my arms, and then it just came down to make sure I'm ready to go.
Yeah, for sure.
And not gonna miss a rep.
Hey, it's the end of the open. We made it.
Wow. He's trying to give me a kiss. He's hugging me with his eyes.
We watched a dog documentary, or 60 Minutes.
That's it.
Just knocked out 23.3. Initial thoughts? I hit my goal. 6 for 6 on the last bar. Can't ask much more for that. I was around the time that I thought I was gonna be at, which was around the 10-minute mark, and really, I'm like super happy about how the first part felt, because it's like managing shoulder fatigue between the wall walks, the dubs, and then getting into the handstand push-ups. I liked that standard. I felt like it was definitely much harder, but we preach holding those good positions, tighter is lighter, stay stacked and all that, and it forces you to do that. And in a sense, I don't think it's like a ton harder if you're training to those good
Well, since the games
performance.
too, we've been working on sets. We've been working on the wall facing standard. So that's another thing, guys. We always train, there's a tendency to train to the minimum standard that's in the open every year. Make it harder. Like in the gym this week, we made people front rack lunge, but really hold them in their front rack. So the good thing is when you train to that harder standard, like that wall facing handstand push up, you get something that's still challenging, but not as definitely not as challenging.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I haven't done both. I've just done the wall facing. This new standard.
Yeah.
But anyways, you're prepared for it because you're trained to a higher standard. So you don't always have to just that minimal standard of what the open is. Make it harder. Mix up your training and get better.
Overall, I felt for all the tests that were in the open, and I kind of put this, I was making a video last night about the open this year compared to like previous years. I feel like this year they did try to make it, you know, everybody kind of thinks of the open as lighter, grunt work, the basics of CrossFit and everything. And we did do that. We did do that in some sense, but they tried to mix up like structures and give us high skill, give us different standards and different things to practice. So I was really having fun with all of that, and I felt prepared for everything that we had, even though there was some new stuff in there, like shoulder stamina. A lot of people think like getting upside down for me is like it is a strength for like handstand walking and everything because I have a gymnastics background, but really upper body push is not like my strongest category, so we've been putting in a lot of work on that, and it showed in that workout. So I liked it.
And most important thing, we came to a compromise on double under counting.
He counts double unders. Actually, I can't say that. He counts double unders right. I count them wrong. Gerard, you have to weigh in on this, cameraman. Do you count when you jump or when you land?
Jump.
Thank you. I know you're supposed to count when the person lands.
That's when the rep is completed.
That's when the rep is completed, but I can't do that.
But when I'm judging, I count
Like
when they
1,
land.
2, 3,
When I jump, I count
when you-
when.
We did
Self-counting.
So,
Yeah.
so flashback 21. What was the 20-minute AMRAP with the thrusters, toes to bar, and double unders? The small rep scheme where you're just like doing a ton of rounds. Every round, I did an extra double under. And if we get like 20 rounds, what is that? 20 seconds. I'll
We
leave it at
fixed
that.
it.
We did all
Hey,
the sets were good.
I will say it works to count when they jump if they very rarely miss double unders. But for somebody, if they're struggling with double unders, you need to count when they land, or your counting's going to get all jacked up.
Sure.
I need a new rope. That guy's looking kind of trashy.
We worked. No extra double unders this time.
That's a wrap. See you guys in quarterfinals.